I saved this 50-year-old Honda from rotting away outside. And the plan is to make the baddest mini bike on YouTube. Currently, it's a death trap on wheels, so today we focus on safety. From a rust bucket to absolutely unnecessary way too much power. I've loved every minute of this and I hope you have too. Now hold on to your socks, sit down, open a beverage and enjoy my struggles. Today's Sunday is plus 28 outside and here we are having fun. The last episode we built a wheel that's super wide. I think it needs a brother because it's lonely. So we will do this one as well, the front one. It has the front brake that I also made. So if you want to check that out, how this happened, you can watch the episode previously. It's somewhere here. I won't really bore you with all this process. I'm just gonna get this one as far as the previous one and then we'll finish them both up on the video. Magic happens and this is a wheel now. So this can finally join the brother being wide. So both of them are wide. I don't know if you can see, but this is way wider than before, so about 2 centimeters. There's some other stuff to do related to the inner tube you might have seen the previous episode. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. Basically, I need to remove the tire from the rim in order to continue. Let's remove the tire. Well, that's done. This should open. Come on. Okay. I need to put this in the other way around because I want the nipple, and by nipple I mean this thing, to come out on the other side. So turn it around, wide eye. Ooh. So let's put this back in. Alright, so that I'm happy with. The reason why we have this completely off is because when the rim is widened the way that I did it, there's a space, there's a gap between here. Inner tube will press in and basically try to squeeze out. So we need to close this gap somehow. And I have an idea. And the idea is this. Ooh. Whoa. Have you subscribed yet? Make sure you click on that button. Come on. I'm gonna roll a piece of steel around. I'm gonna weld it to only one side of the rim. So that when you put the rim back together, it closes the gap. Does that make sense? Makes sense to me. We need to measure it exactly how big it needs to be and where do I need to weld it. So let's put the rim back together and see. Let's go. Look at these fresh bad boys that I got myself, eh? Life's going up. Ooh, and a thing. We'll read this. You already guys know how all true men read manuals, especially for gloves, because it's not that easy to figure out. Now with this sacrilege done, let's clean up the sides of the rim. Let's go! I'm just gonna tack it all around and then weld it properly. Let's go! Alright, before I put it back together, the final test is, does it actually come back apart? One bolt, gone. How will I ever find them afterwards? And there you go. This is what I've done. To-do. Alright, time to weld this back completely, eh? Let's go. Well, I don't know if you know, but we ran out of welding rod, welding wire. Gonna have to be tomorrow we finish this up. However, there's other things that we look into. Oh, fuck. First of all, ventilation. Some other goodies came into the post. These are the conical bearings for the steering stem. So let's take off the forks and let's see how it looks. I got these. These are the conical ones for Honda DAX. And turns out these are a little bit different. And they actually fit forks without taking the grinding wheel, which I'm incredibly surprised, but it's awesome. We're gonna put these inside and see if we can actually turn the wheel for the first time ever in the history of wheels. Nice. And on top of that, oh yeah, pretty happy about that. Need to pack some lubricant in it. Like, I'm not gonna pack it like it's the last time I'm gonna put it together, because then the oil is gonna be everywhere. But I'm just gonna put a little bit of that greasy grease. Let me just squeeze-a-roonies a little bit of the fun juice. That's one done. All right, let's get these grease bags in here. Through absolutely pure insane magic of editing, we've managed the first wheel. The thing that I found out is I think we need to close the hole for this thingy, you know, like this thingy. We need to close this hole first of all because it's jangled like this, and second of all because the tube is gonna want to press out. So let's cut a metal piece and let's fix this. Now that we've cut the pieces out with this precision eye, and I've put it in here with a magnet holding it from the other side. It's time to weld it in, guys. Why am I looking there if you're here? Alright, and with the holes finally welded in, let's weld a hoop on the wheel and move on from there. Come on!
2 hours later.
Alright, comrades. Or is it comrades? Anyway, one of those. The horrible welding is finally done, and it's finally time to clean this up a little bit just so I don't puncture the tube with my welds. Now I'm gonna take the wire wheel and grind it down so it's nice, and we're gonna go to the next thing. Okay guys, let's go. I am still kind of worried a little bit about the sharp edges even though I cleaned up the welds. I will take Sikaflex, you might remember from previous video, it's silicone glue kind of thing, and I'm just gonna Sikaflex it from this side just so it doesn't puncture the tube and I don't have a bad day. Let's get it. Now I wouldn't blame you if you would think that this rim job is finally done. The rim job doesn't feel like the good choice of words. However, there's still some spacers to make. So it would be pretty foolish to keep the rim together just with these 4 bolts. So there are 4 other bolts. I cannot just put a bolt in and tighten it because that will just bend the rim. So I need to make a spacer here that's exactly the same width as the rim so that I can put a bolt in here and tighten it. And for that we have this. It's just a hollow metal tube of 8mm. I'm just gonna cut it in pieces that's exactly the same size as the width in the rim, and it's gonna act as a spacer for the bolt so it doesn't crush the rim together. Let's get to cutting. Now that we got these things done, let's put them back in the wheel. Let's start with this one. Now that we've done another job that I thought it's gonna take 2 hours, and right after I've closed all the bolts and tightened them to the infinite ooga-doogas that are necessary to keep this wheel together, I just remembered that I probably need to put the actual tire back on. Let's get to doing the same thing the 75th time. I haven't been this agitated in a while. Been messing around here for like 2 hours. So the issue I run into is that it doesn't want to fit on the rim. From what it looks like, I'm gonna have to, well, as you can see, I cut some rivets in it and just hammer it down so that it slopes a little bit. I'm gonna think about it, and meanwhile I'm gonna do something else. Otherwise I'm just, you know, when you do something and everything just turns so... It's violent. I'm so pissed off. So this here is my current plan with some vise and some wooden blocks and some WD-40, and hopefully they might be stretched a little bit and slip on. I'm gonna leave it for a night and come back tomorrow and see if I need to choose violence. What do you think, guys? Is this a big brain move 9000? Thankfully, I did some carpentry before and I had these huge ass vices. I put some blocks inside there and I finally squeezed it on. Now that it's on, let's get the wheels ready and pump the tires. It's finally time to give it some air. Hey, and I'm back. Can you see me? I'm not sure, I'm wearing camouflage, so I'm gonna have to check the footage just in case you can't see me. The next thing to do is, I'm gonna make the mounts, and I need to weld in studs to mount the mounts. Studs to mount the mounts, right? Stick around, see this magic happen. Oh, what the fuck? What's that? Incredible. Could those be already pre-cut and pre-made perfect brackets for the engine? Whoa, what? Let's go back to garage. All right, with all the welding done, let's get the engine on the table. Let's put the frame on and let's see what else we need to do. I know that we need to make spacers. So there we have the engine. There we have the frame. Oh, my back. Somehow like this, I guess. So this is where we are. We have the thingy here. So you see that there's space here. I need to make a spacer here to obviously space it out. We're gonna measure this and make a spacer for it. Let's go! I got out pieces of tube like this as spacers for this. So, what do you think if we put this back in, we tighten down the engine and we put it together and see how it looks? I have some awesome stuff for the finishing touches. You will love it, man. Like, really will make this build, basically. Like, you stick around, you'll see. Right, so one more quick thing that I wanted to do today is to figure out if I can cut anything of the steering wheel. They are a little bit too wide for my liking, so I put on the throttle and the brake, and I'm basically trying to gauge how far I can go before it's too much. I think I can cut out about an inch. This is the moment you've all been waiting for, guys. This is the one that I promised. This is the fuel tank and it's been bothering me. Nah. Drum roll, please. Oh boy. The next episode we're gonna build a seat. Basically build a metal overlay here and close this area here and have a hole in the seat to fill up the tank. I think it's gonna be pretty cool. Basically you'll be sitting here and next to your balls is gonna be the petrol tank opening thing. What do you think we take this back out and finally get some glamour shots for the rest of the day? Let's go! If anything, guys, I found the best place to film intro and outro. Look at this. It's been a slow, tough week again, but as usual, we guys prevail. Even more work awaits next week. I have some spicy ideas for you next week. I'm gonna make the seat finally. That's it for today. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and you already know. Stay tough, motherfuckers.